All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Survive to Thrive. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are script and role play days. We do go into breakout rooms. However, today we are going to stay right here. By the way, how many of you have figured out that's a script by now? Right? All right. There you go. So here's what I want to work on today. I want to go back to mastering the listing presentation. I think this is the one thing that if we can keep working on this, it's going to take you the farthest in your real estate career for a couple reasons. One, it'll give you more confidence to pick up the phone and prospect for seller listings because you know when you get to the kitchen table, you're going to crush it. Two, it'll enable you to have an effective consultation that conveys, I care about you, you can trust me, I can help you. You'll be able to overcome objections that other people aren't overcoming. It's going to make you stand out amongst all the other real estate agents, and you're going to take more listings. So raise your digital hand if you want to jump in here and participate. You know how this works. And you've got like 5 seconds until I call on somebody. And I'm just looking at my board here, and camera's on. You're live bait. So Clarissa, thank you for raising your hand. And if I don't get any other hands up, Russ, you're up next. All right, Clarissa, let's go. Begin
Before we start.
the conversation. We're sitting at the kitchen table.
So, John, thank you so much for inviting me over to take a look at your home and potentially list your home. And John, I would love to notice I'm rusty. John, I'm sorry.
Okay,
John,
let's take a break here real quick because I want to make sure everybody is on point. All right. Thank you so much for meeting with me. Right? That's it. They don't want to list their home, they want to sell their home. And that's not even the goal. They want to get where they want to get because they want to get there by when they want to get there. So, Clarissa, let's start again.
John, thank you so much for inviting me to your home. Um, it's a privilege and an honor to work with clients to help them sell their homes.
Right.
And I would love to just share my mission statement with
Yes.
you, if that's okay.
Yes. Yes. Sure.
So,
Go ahead.
John, my mission is to help you achieve your goals and exceed your expectations. And John, because that's my mission, one of three things typically happens when I meet with potential clients.
Yes.
And one of those three things will happen today. One, you'll understand the value that I offer. You'll decide to hire me, and that would be great.
Boom.
Two, you may not understand all the benefits and value that I have to offer, and you may choose not to hire me. And actually, that's not so great. Or three, I may decide that not to take your listing.
So why is that?
Well, John, if there is an expectation or a goal that cannot be met, I would rather turn down the opportunity today than to let you down in 6 months. Is that fair?
There you go, girl. We're gonna stop right there. Boy, once you got going, you had it. Just needed a little bit of a push to get going. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Right, right. All right, Jacqueline, talk to us.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me at your house.
Yes.
Would you like me to take my shoes off?
Yes,
No.
of course.
Okay.
So just for everybody, where this is the Kodak moment. If you're following the 14-point listing presentation, we're at the Kodak moment. That's the first 10 seconds. You greet them at the front door. You have 10 seconds to make a great first impression. All right, Jacqueline. No, your shoes are fine.
Usually, people want to know how I want to handle it. So I said, well, could you walk me through your house? And do you mind if I set my purse down and my things over here at the kitchen table? No? Okay, great. Well, walk me through your house. I'm going to take some notes as we walk through. And do you mind if I take a few photos? I use these for coming up with the value of your home later after I leave. Because obviously I didn't know what your house looked like when I walked in. I don't want to try to give you a value without doing my due diligence. Okay. And so then we walk through the house, then we sit down at the table and I say, well, why don't we start by talking about what your goals are? Well, I need to understand what it is that you'd like to do with selling your home. Is it a time situation? Do we need to sell fast? Is money the most important thing? And then I listen and listen and listen.
Okay.
And now I need to start working on those other 14-point presentation amounts, but I just wanted to get out of my comfort zone and speak.
I'm so proud of you for doing that. Jacqueline, you're a rock star, right? And everybody here is learning from you. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but I know the answer to the question. What's production look like for you?
Oh, my production personally?
Yes.
Well, I sell about 30 or 40 homes a year and somewhere between 30 and 40 million.
There you go.
I stay quite busy.
There you go. So
here's stop at 30 or 40 million. Okay.
All right. So here's the message I want all of you to hear. All right. Jacqueline's a rock star. Yes. Yes. 100%. And she's showing up to survive, to thrive in order to get better. She's not satisfied with where she's at. She wants to get even better. I have so much respect for you, Jacqueline. I love it. I'd love to see you take that 14-point listing presentation and make it yours, right? So, in order for me to know if I can meet your goals and exceed your expectations, I need to ask you a few questions. Would that be okay?
In order to know if I can meet and exceed your expectations, I need to ask you a few questions.
There you go. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so great and 10 being awesome, what needs to happen in the sale of your home for it to be a 10? Okay. Right? And Jacqueline,
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do this later, but I just want to say that
I'm learning. Keep going.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, and 1 being not so great and 10 being just fantastic, where do I land on that scale today?
Nope, you're closing. So that's at the close. This is a needs analysis. So what needs to happen in the sale of your home for you to feel the experience was a 10?
Okay, what needs to happen on the sale of your home for you to believe the experience was a 10?
Okay, so this is just another way of saying, can you tell me what your goals are? Right?
Okay.
Right. So my response is, I need to get my price.
Well, great. Well, in order to get your price, there's a few things that we need to do. So I know what I would say, but I know it's not right.
So I'm going to jump in again. When somebody says, I need to get my price, the response is, you're looking at the Rainmaker playbook, everybody, and when they do this, I do that. And when somebody says, I need to get my price, the response is, tell me what that looks like to you.
Tell me what that looks like to you.
Right?
Tell me what it looks like to you, John.
There you go. I need $650,000. Pay attention to the word need, everybody. It's important, okay? Does the buyer care how much that seller needs? No. Does the appraiser care how much that seller needs? No. But pay attention because they're using the word for a reason. Now, when somebody says 650, the next question is,
and what will that get you?
Yes!
Listening. I've been listening.
There we go. All right, Russ, you're up. Brian Copeland, you're on deck. KC Cummings, you are in the hole. So Russ, Brian, KC, let's go, Russ.
Hey, John. Thank you for meeting with me this afternoon. Do you mind if I take my shoes off before I enter the house?
Sounds great, man.
Where would you like me to put them?
Right there is good.
Awesome. Hey, before I like to sit down at the table and kind of get into the details, I like to get a better understanding of your home. So would you mind showing me through your home? And if you want to start on the first floor, the second floor, that's up to you.
Perfect.
We go through that. And in order for me to make sure that I can meet and exceed your goals, I have a couple of questions to ask you.
Go for it.
If I was able to, in order to make this experience,
you're doing great, buddy. Keep it
in
up.
order to make this experience if we were using a scale of 1 to 10,
yeah,
1 being didn't do it, and 10 being grand slam. What would it take for me to for this experience to be a grand slam?
There you go. There you go. It's about them. It's about them. Good catch. I need to sell my home quickly.
What does quickly look like to you, John?
Yes. 30 days.
So 30 days is very ambitious. What does 30 days get you?
There you go. Russ, you got it, buddy. Good job, man. We're going to stop right there, okay? All right, Brian Copeland, you're up. KC, you're on deck. Anybody
John,
can save them by raising their digital hand, but let's go. Come on, Brian.
John, thank you for having me at your house here. Would you mind if I put my backpack down at your kitchen table?
Boom. Yes, that works.
Thank you very much. Now, I'd love to get started. If you could give me a tour of the home as if I were the buyer and point out all the good things and bad, that would be wonderful.
Yes, let's go.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Well, let's go ahead and sit down and have a quick chat. By the way, John, what is your goal here?
Need to sell my home quickly.
And what would that do for you?
I'm moving to Tampa to start a new job, and I've got to be there in 60 days.
Okay, so quickly is what, selling it in the first 30 days?
Yeah, I really need to get a contract in 30 days.
And so are you saying that time is more important than dollars for you?
Yeah, I suppose. Sounds that way.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure I can, not only meet your expectations, but exceed them.
Yeah.
So, John, there's a little mission statement that I kind of honor myself with and my clients. And it goes like this. The first thing I would love to do is work with you, but I need to make sure that we're the right fit together. And that means that I can not only meet your expectations, but exceed them. That would be great if we're able to work together. The second thing is I find out I'm not able to meet your expectations, and I'd rather find that out sooner rather than later and turn down the work, because it would be really bad in 60 days if you couldn't move to Tampa when you need to move and you hired me and I can't get the job done. That would not be good for either of us. And then the third thing is you just say I'm not the right fit, right? And that sucks. That means I really can't meet your goal of selling your home.
Right. All right, let's pause right there. I love that. I love that. I know mic drop, right, Jacqueline? And anybody who's read the 14-point listing presentation, Brian made it his own, which is exactly what I want you guys to do. But you got to have the blueprint before you can do that. All right, we got hands up. Thank God.
Question on that. What did you think of the order? He put 2 as 3.
Yeah.
And what do you think of that?
I think it's more conditioning for me than anything else, Matthew. I think it's fine, but for me, it feels weird because I've used the third thing that occasionally happens is I may choose to turn down the opportunity. And that's because if I feel that you have a goal or expectation that can't be met, I would rather turn the opportunity down today than let you down 6 months from now. I'm so used to that being the third thing that it just feels weird to me. But I don't think that means that what Brian's version of this is wrong. Just giving you an answer to your question.
I think it's partly I haven't practiced it like none of us has practiced it like John's practiced it. So, but I think if you hit them and you're smooth into the delivery, it comes off fine. If you stumble and mumble, I think that's where the problem lies.
Right. Remember, they don't have the book. They're not sitting there looking at the Rainmaker playbook and saying, "Hey, I'm looking at the playbook and you got that wrong." So it's like Bob was saying. Bob, you're up next too, by the way. He was watching a video that I did from 15 years ago and nothing's changed. So, I mean, I've been doing this for 22 years. All right, Bob, let's go.
John, I'm grateful that you're taking the time to meet with me today. And before we get started, I'd like to share with you my mission statement.
Okay.
My goal is to be able to meet and exceed your expectations. And whenever I meet with someone like this, one of 3 things will happen. And one of those 3 things are going to happen today. Either you'll understand and appreciate the value I bring to the table and you'll hire me, and that would be awesome. Or number 2, you won't understand or appreciate what I'll do for you, and you won't hire me, and that wouldn't be so awesome. And number three, which doesn't happen too often, but I may have to turn the opportunity down. You may wonder why that is. Well, if I feel that you have a need that can't be met, I'd rather turn down the opportunity today than let you down 6 months from now. And
you can stop right there, Bob.
Yeah.
That was the best role play for you yet. Best.
I was just working on that this morning, John. Thanks.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, sir.
All right, Lauren, you are up. Joanne, you're on deck, and that's going to be a wrap for today.
I'm going to take it from the door.
Let's do it.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me today. Would you like me to take my shoes off before we get started?
No, you're good. Thanks for asking. Boom. I lost you guys. There we go. Ah.